Happy holidays! Jingle bells, jingle bells. So today we're going to be talking about diabetes. So what is diabetes? Hyperglycemia, which is high blood sugar or high blood glucose, resulting from defects in insulin secretion or insulin resistance, or both. You can have both. So insulin secretion, insulin is not being released from the beta cells in the pancreas. Insulin resistance being it requires more insulin than normal to get the same response. So about 9.4% of the population has diabetes, with about 9% being type 2 and about 0.5% being type 1. It's more common among minorities, about 2 to 4 times more likely. The incidence is higher in patients greater than 65. It's a leading cause of renal failure and blindness. Also, 7th leading cause of death. So let's talk about normal glucose homeostasis. So you eat something, or you're not eating something, and your liver produces glucose, either through glycogenolysis, which is glycogen being cut up into glucose, or gluconeogenesis, which is the liver producing glucose on its own. So glucose is either made or being ate. You have glucose that increases your blood sugar, your blood glucose, plasma glucose. So in response to this, you have insulin secretion from beta cells in the pancreas. So the beta cells secrete insulin, and the insulin tells the tissues to uptake glucose. It's important to note that the brain is insulin independent, so it doesn't need insulin to get glucose, but everything else does. The tissues do, muscle cells, etc. So we're uptaking glucose. Whoa, there's too much glucose being uptaken. So what happens? Glucagon is secreted from alpha cells in the pancreas. So this is the countermeasure of insulin. So glucagon tells the liver to do that glycogenolysis and the gluconeogenesis to prevent hypoglycemia or low blood sugar. So they're kind of regulatory mechanisms. So insulin intake, glucose, glucagon, stop insulin, start making glucose. So in diabetes, despite having high blood glucose levels, your tissues are not uptaking glucose. It might be because there's no insulin being secreted, or there's insulin resistance and there's not enough insulin to tell the cells to take it up. So then you get the signs, and you're always in fasting mode because of this. So you're always doing gluconeogenesis and glycogenolysis because your body thinks there's not enough glucose, but there is. Come on, body. So you get the signs and symptoms of diabetes. So you got your 3 Ps: polyuria, polydipsia, polyphagia. Polyuria, you're peeing out all that sugar. Polydipsia, you're thirsty. You are so thirsty because you're trying to dilute the sugar. Polyphagia, you're hungry because you think you don't have glucose, but you do. Other things, weight loss. So you're hungry, but you still can't get that. You're hungry because you can't use the glucose. So you think you're hungry, but you have glucose. Fatigue, you're tired. Recurrent infections. This is because bugs love sugar. They love sugar. So especially UTIs, you're peeing all that sugar out. Perfect breeding ground for bugs. Ketoacidosis, you're using those fatty acid, the ketones, as fuel because you can't use the glucose, so you need fuel somehow. You can also get gluconeogenesis. Blurry vision. That's diabetes in a nutshell. We'll go over complications of diabetes in the next video.